My mom is a doctor. She was like crying when I told her I'm gonna drop out. She was like, rather like go kill someone, I won't be as mad. Your cousin is gonna graduate, he's gonna look like better because he got a degree. So technically you look like a Taban guy and they look like Taban parents. So when you get my profit with my IMA at the same time. So every month I would work,
Yeah.
every month I would work, I would make almost 2 years worth of salary every month. So like I worked 3 months, I saved 3 years worth of salary. So like how does that make sense for me to stay in uni?
Yeah. MashaAllah.
That's it. And then it was literally just a math equation. Like I would look at people and be like, this is how much I'm making. This is what I'll make when I graduate. This is what I make now. None of this makes sense. And like then you can't argue. Like this is stable. This is what the market looks like. This is how the skill set I acquired thanks to it. This is what I managed to do while being part-time.
The parents, the pain point they have is they want us, children, their children to be safe. And uni is the safe route. And business is the dangerous route.
My mom is a doctor. Alhamdulillah. She was like crying when I told her I'm gonna drop out. She was like, literally, rather like go kill someone, I won't be as mad. And it was like the craziest thing. And then it took maybe like 2-3 months of speaking and showing her. She realized, like she literally told me, okay, now I understand. If it gets you to a point where you're unhappy doing it, I'd rather you drop out. I would want you to study. I want you to have good studies. But beyond that, I want my son to be happy. If you are unhappy and you will become depressed while you keep studying, I don't want that. If you will be happy doing something else and you will be safe and you'll have a great career, I don't want you to do this. If you could do something else, I would. But I'm going to be fine you doing it. And then I did it. And 6 months after, I was like, Mom, what do you think of me dropping out? She had a bit of an ego. But she was like, no, it makes sense. And it was the right decision. I also told her, you were also right giving me the... Actually, she didn't even have an ego. Astaghfirullah. She told me she was happy with the decision I made. And she trusted me while doing it. Good. And a feedback I'll give you is you need to share with them the upside of you dropping out. Like they're gonna share the downside. You're gonna look like a dropout, which there will be a downside. Your cousin is gonna graduate. He's gonna look like better because he got a degree. So technically, you look like a Taban guy, and they look like Taban parents, right? No, then I'll like drop out, get rich, and my family has a better house. My dad drives a better car. Now the other guy who graduated looks Taban and I look like the tough guy, and now they're happy. Like that's an easy example. Another one could be they're saving for 5 years to go Umrah. I'd be like, no, Mom, Dad, you wanna go Umrah? Let's go. Like that shit, that's sharing the upside. And then they're like, this guy didn't drop out. They have to wait 5 years to go Umrah. This guy dropped out. We can go Umrah whenever we want. I'm happy my son dropped out.
Yeah.
And it's with everything. It doesn't need to just be money related. It can be, this son is unhappy, this son is happy. Like just share with them the upside. We have somebody who's happy at home. He comes home from running his business. He's happy. He's talking about it. He's excited. The other guys come from work. He's crashing out every day. He hates it. That's it.
Now, when you make it work, what are your thoughts now? Now that you made it work, and you showed her, and you actually did it, how does you feel now?
How does it feel now?
Yeah.
Happy.
This is a very big thing when discussing like dropping out or changing career to your parents. Don't make them feel bad for them wanting you to be safe. Like when I made it work, I never went to my mom and I was like, see now, like no. I was like, alhamdulillah, I made it work, and also thank you for trusting me, and I understand your doubt, and I would never argue it. You made the right decision with the context you had. That's it. Like don't make them regret it, because they only wanted to keep you safe. That's it. They just didn't have the context. They couldn't see further than that.
You also had to see from their point of view. You're from Pakistan, sir. They don't understand that there's more opportunities than becoming a doctor or an engineer. That's the only way you can succeed. Have a normal life with a house, kids, and that. In Pakistan. Because that's the reality, that's the situation. That's where they came from. Understanding that would also help you. Explaining, dropping out and seeing it from their side. Look, guys, I know that you guys are going to be upset about this, but I made some flus. I made this business.
There you go.
Yeah, I think it's a bit difficult because my parents, like, they don't want the talent essentially to go to waste. Because if it was like any other course, it's understandable. But because it's medicine, and in UK it's very hard to get into medicine. So they see it as, let's say, for example, in college, after college, I didn't do anything because I took a gap year to reapply to medicine. I didn't get in the first time.
Yep.
So now that I got in, and for them to be like, okay, so now after you got in, after you got like a blessing, now you were like, oh, I don't want that. So that's why it's a little bit difficult. But that's why, like you said as well, give it 6 months. So there's like, I can prove that stability to them. And then be like, look, I am able to make money without, and this is part-time only, dedicating only a couple hours a day. So if I was to give more hours and fully go at this, then I could do crazy things. So, but that's my issue right now. It wouldn't make sense at all for me to do anything now, because it would be like a huge, like, putting a rock on their head. Like, it wouldn't make sense. But yeah.
Also, start sharing the upside with them now. Don't delay it. And the more they see it, the easier it would be to understand. I see the same thing with, you guys probably know some people who are like, all courses are a scam, nothing works. Like, and I don't even blame them because they haven't seen it. But if now you put one of these guys here and he spends 5 days with you guys, and here is your story, and see how everything went, he's gonna leave not believing the same thing. It doesn't mean he was dumb and he became smart. He didn't have context. Same thing with your parents. It doesn't mean they're wrong or they don't know what they're doing. It's just they don't have the context. But if they get to sit with you and see it through a long period of time, and at some point it would end. It would make sense.
Even with this, like, meal, like, when I spoke to my parents, they initially were like, why are you going? There's no need. Anything you can do online. And then they were like, so basically my uncle's quite close to me. I told Aman as well that my parents wanted my uncle to come with me. So I would stay here for like the day, like the meetings and all that. But after that, I would go stay with him. So come through during the day just as a safety thing. And then my uncle couldn't come because of some conditions. But I had everything booked. So then they were like, when they knew that I was going alone, they were even more scared. So they were like, share everything and make sure you call and everything. But inshallah, like, slowly, these little steps, it will make them trust like my decision more. So inshallah, by June time or whenever, then I can prove to them that, look, I am able to like make decisions on my own, which makes sense for like my well-being, if that makes sense.
By the way, we'll go back with the gift from us so they can see. Okay, these are normal people.
You said you're good at studies, yeah? Like, it's easy for you, medicine. Yeah, I mean, if you're able to, like...
Nah. The thing you mentioned, sorry to cut you off. You said they mentioned it would be a waste of potential, you not doing medicine, because you could have a great impact, you being a doctor. I would argue that you could have a greater impact accessing more resources thanks to your business, so that ultimately, throughout your life, you could have a greater impact. Because based on your drive and why you want to become a doctor, I'm not saying being a business owner is better than being a doctor.
Exactly.
I'm saying the reason why you started a business and the reason why you want to be a doctor, you would flourish more having your business. Because you started being a doctor because of your parents told you, which is, okay, bachelor, may Allah make it never happen, etc., or happen very late, but if your parents pass away, then you don't have any responsibilities, would you really continue being a doctor, right? Whereas, with your business, you started it because you wanted, you would put a lot more efforts into it, even if, bachelor, your parents pass away, you would continue having your business and double down, right? This is why I'm arguing this point. If you were the opposite, if your parents forced you to start a business, and then you said, nah, I could make a lot of money with the business, but I want to be a doctor, that'd be like, great, quit your business, become a doctor. Because that would have made more sense for you.
I didn't have to convince him to that, but after I started trying to show him, maybe a year and a half, that's because we paid off his debt. Khalas, he was like, okay, yeah, you're doing something.
Same thing. Alhamdulillah, may Allah bless him. He's a taxi driver. He always wanted to have his own thing. So like he's self-employed. He has his own driving license, taxi license. It's super expensive in France to have this. Like basically his own taxi agency kind of thing. But like never did anything online. And it was crazy for me to go and be like, yo dad, so I was gonna be an engineer. I'm actually just gonna drop out and make money with my laptop. And he was just like, okay, do you know what you're doing? Okay, go for it. And now, but he was like, speak with your mom, make sure she's good. She's like, she studied a lot, she wants you to study. And I was like, yeah, she's not really on board, but I think it's the right decision. And she'll understand it at some point. And even he was like, well, see with her and so forth. And later on, he told me it was actually a good call that you did this. You clearly are happier and live a better life now than you had before. Even though she was against it, like, we didn't understand it, but you made the right call. So again, it's the same story where you have to respect them. You have to, like, never I'll like argue with them or tell them like, yo, why do you not understand? Like, no, like, it's kind of like crashing out because somebody doesn't speak the same language. I would just be like, okay, this is what makes the most sense. And I'm doing this because you created a great son and I want to be a great son and that's how I'll do it. And inshallah, as I'll be doing it, you'll gather more context until it will fully make sense. And I love you and I care about you and I would do anything that you want. That's it. And like, they're going to be fine. These two, them, wow. Honestly, she probably was sad for like a week. After that, I was like, okay, it's cool. Are you doing it on? But like, she checked me out for a week, and she was like, okay, he's actually working. Maybe it's gonna work out. And like, maybe 3 months after, alhamdulillah, I took them Umrah, and she was like, okay, my son is doing something. And after that, she was just like, okay, yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, good thing you dropped out. And she was like, how are your other friends doing? And I was like, Mom, it's a bit ta'ban. And I was like, this guy just dropped out 6 months after me. And now it's more difficult for him to figure things out. And she was like, okay, then it was a good call.
Real quick, if you're a Muslim working in 9 to 5 and you're tired that your job is getting in the way of you practicing your deen, you're tired of rushing your prayers at work, you're tired that your income doesn't allow you to give your family the life they deserve, or you just don't feel happy overall, if that sounds anything like you, we have a solution. We personally helped over 1,000 Muslims who are in the exact same situation that you're in right now through our mentorship program. Muslims who now made hijrah and now alhamdulillah live in a Muslim country. Muslims who now make 10K a month and can provide for their families. Muslims who overall don't have to worry about bills anymore. So if that sounds interesting and you want to apply for our mentorship program, you can check out the link below this video. Our team will reach out to you to see if we can help you out. If we can help you out, we'll help you get started with the program. If we can't help you, we'll still send you some free resources so you can get started on your own. So either way, we'll help you out. So make sure you apply with the link below and we'll see you on the other side. Assalamu alaikum.